What if the calm you see on Jimin's face isn't accidental at all? What if that soft smile, that loosened posture, that quiet laugh only appears when one specific person is near? Because every time Jimin stands beside Jungkook, something shifts. The tension melts, the world gets smaller, and suddenly Jimin looks like someone who is no longer performing, no longer guarding himself, but simply existing in a space where he feels safe. Fans have noticed it for years. It's not something loud or dramatic, it's subtle, almost easy to miss if you're not looking closely. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Jimin's shoulders drop just a little when Jungkook is next to him. His movements slow down, his expressions soften. The sharp focus he often carries on stage or during interviews fades into something warmer and more natural. When Jimin is alone or in formal settings, his body language is often controlled. He sits straight, gestures carefully, and measures his reactions. This isn't a flaw, it's a skill built from years in the spotlight. But when Jungkook enters the frame, that control loosens. Jimin leans in without thinking. He turns his body toward Jungkook instinctively, even when the conversation isn't directly involving him. His attention drifts there naturally, as if his body knows where it belongs before his mind does. Watch his hands. Around most people, Jimin keeps them close to his body or uses them politely when speaking. Around Jungkook, his hands become playful. He pokes, grabs sleeves, clings to arms, or rests his hand casually on Jungkook's shoulder. These aren't planned gestures. They happen in between moments when Jimin forgets the cameras are even there. His face tells an even bigger story. Jimin's smiles with Jungkook are different. They aren't the polished idol smiles meant for fans. They start small, sometimes just the corner of his mouth lifting, like he's holding back a laugh only Jungkook caused. His eyes crinkle more, his gaze lingers longer. There's less checking of reactions around him, less awareness of how he looks, and more focus on how he feels. And then there's the laughter. Jimin laughs freely with Jungkook, often louder and less restrained than usual. Sometimes he throws his head back, sometimes he hides his face, embarrassed but happy. It's the kind of laughter that comes out before you can stop it, the kind that feels safe because you know the person next to you isn't judging, isn't expecting anything, isn't going anywhere. As Jungkook speaks, Jimin often watches him with full attention. He nods along, mirrors his expressions, and reacts quickly to even small jokes. This mirroring is a powerful sign of comfort. It shows emotional alignment, a sense of connection where two people naturally sync without effort. Jimin doesn't just hear Jungkook, he tunes into him. One of the most striking changes is Jimin's energy. Around Jungkook, his inner child comes out strongly. He becomes playful, teasing, sometimes even bratty in a way he rarely is with others. He sulks dramatically when Jungkook teases him back. He pouts, he laughs at himself. These are behaviors people usually show only when they feel completely accepted, flaws and all. There are moments when Jimin looks almost smaller next to Jungkook. Not physically, but emotionally. He allows himself to be taken care of. He lets Jungkook guide him, stand slightly in front of him, or pull him closer. This isn't weakness, it's trust. It's the kind of trust that says, I don't have to be strong right now. You've got me. Even in chaotic environments, Jimin's calm seems anchored to Jungkook's presence. During loud events, crowded stages, or intense schedules, Jimin often gravitates toward Jungkook without thinking. He stands closer, he adjusts his position so Jungkook is within reach, and once he's there, you can see the shift almost instantly. His breathing slows, his face relaxes, his focus sharpens, but softly. Jungkook's role in this dynamic is just as important. He doesn't overpower Jimin's space, he matches it. He listens, he responds with steady energy, grounding rather than demanding. When Jimin gets excited or emotional, Jungkook stays present, offering quiet reassurance through touch, eye contact, or a few simple words. That consistency creates safety, and safety allows Jimin to be himself. Sometimes the most telling moments are the quiet ones. No talking, no laughing, just Jimin sitting next to Jungkook, leaning slightly toward him, existing comfortably in silence. In a world where silence can feel awkward or tense, this kind of ease says everything. It's the kind of silence shared by people who don't need to fill space to feel connected. Fans often say that when Jimin is with Jungkook, it feels like the rest of the world disappears. And visually, that's exactly what it looks like. Jimin's attention narrows, his reactions become more genuine, his expressions soften in a way that suggests he's no longer performing for an audience, but sharing a moment meant only for two people. This is why so many fans describe Jimin as looking his most comfortable when he's with Jungkook. Not because he's less professional, not because he cares less about others, but because Jungkook represents a space where Jimin doesn't have to be Jimin of BTS, he can just be Jimin. And every time that happens, every time his inner child surfaces, every time his body language opens up, it sends the same quiet message. In Jungkook's presence, Jimin feels safe, he feels calm, he feels at home. And this comfort doesn't only show in big, obvious moments. It appears in the smallest details that fans replay over and over. The way Jimin unconsciously adjusts his pace to match Jungkook's walk, the way he waits for Jungkook before answering a question, almost like checking in without words, the way his eyes search for Jungkook in a room, and once they meet, his expression instantly softens. There are moments when Jimin looks tired, overwhelmed, or emotionally full. In those moments, his reactions around Jungkook change again. He becomes quieter, gentler, less playful, but still deeply relaxed. He leans closer, he lowers his voice, he allows pauses. This shows a different layer of comfort, the one built not just on fun and teasing, but on emotional safety, the kind where you don't need to be entertaining to be accepted. What makes this dynamic even more noticeable is how consistent it is over time. Years pass, schedules change, pressure increases, but Jimin's response to Jungkook remains the same. That consistency is rare. It suggests something stable, something rooted deeply, something that doesn't depend on moods or situations. When everything else feels unpredictable, Jungkook remains a constant for Jimin. This is why fans often say it feels like the world shrinks when they're together. Not because they ignore others, but because their connection pulls focus naturally. Jimin's comfort doesn't demand attention, it quietly draws it, and viewers can feel it, even through a screen. In a career built on performance, perfection, and constant awareness, moments of true ease stand out sharply. Jimin's comfort with Jungkook feels real because it's unguarded. It's the kind of comfort that can't be rehearsed, styled, or edited. It simply exists. In conclusion, Jimin looks his most comfortable with Jungkook because Jungkook represents safety, grounding, and emotional rest. Through Jimin's body language, facial expressions, and the way his inner child freely emerges, we see a version of him that feels protected and understood. Together, they create a space where the noise fades, the pressure lifts, and the world feels like it belongs to just the two of them. If you felt this connection too, don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow Jikook fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into moments that make this bond so unforgettable. Let us know in the comments which Jikook moment made you feel this comfort the most.